This is a pretty unique opportunity for the Colorado State University campus to host 3 sitting governors.
These are 2 of the best governors in America, and I am proud to call them friends. And again, this is not a question, I don't think of it as bipartisan. This is transpartisan. Western governors are actively working at some of the hardest problems there are.
States all ought to be coming together on those commonalities of trying to invest in technology. And we need to be flexible and resilient enough through our educational system, through apprenticeship systems, through our regulatory outlook.
These aren't solutions that are going to happen in one state or another. It's going to be dependent upon us being able to work with each other. Now we have every Western governor has signed on. We're going to work together to create an integrated system along all of our major highways and our interstates so that people can drive from Colorado through Wyoming and through Montana and on north or on to the west and be able to not worry about having a place where they can recharge their vehicles.
What's the motivation behind Governor of Wyoming saying, I want to be part of a group of people looking at electric vehicle infrastructure in the state of Wyoming?
As in all things, I certainly don't want to be outdone by Colorado and Montana in anything, so what drives policy, right?
The bookends.
Well, because tourism is such a big deal, and just the flow of commerce, we don't want to be left behind. We don't want to be a gap state that says you can drive your electric vehicles in Colorado and Montana, but you can't come to Wyoming.
We need to have more transmission, and that transmission is going to cross somebody's land, or it's going to cross public lands that are beloved by certain individuals and certain groups. And there is no way to get around that except to sit down with those interested parties and really try to weigh the costs and the benefits and kind of work your way through it.
So you've got to have that process streamlined in a way, because how are you going to get the next investor to invest in a renewable project if you say you're going to spend $100 million 10 years before you even know if you're going to get to the finish line, and you may not get to the finish line? And so it's something we've worked on in our energy strategy, is how can we as a state do some pre-permitting work?
We have to be groundly, I guess, our feet firmly planted in today, but not afraid on either side that tomorrow's going to look a lot different. And what can we do to help create that? Technology is a part of it. Recognizing that we're either going to be under the bus or driving the bus, that we should be helping drive that bus with technological changes. And anybody that says we're going to address climate or we're going to continue to have some energy production from coal, but you can't do both, I fundamentally think that's a false choice.
We don't know where the answers are, but we know science can provide those answers, and we need to follow science.
What can we do to make sure that that community stays healthy, and finding ways not just to transition the community, but to keep the investments where we ought to?
I think ultimately it's focusing on the innovation that allows us to see a future in energy that's cleaner, equally reliable, and I think ultimately our goal is to have it be less expensive.
We're going to have to produce more energy in the future, and so it's not up to an individual state. I think collectively Western states can do a lot for this country and to provide energy resources to the planet. And I think we can be leaders in innovation and leaders in energy production and leaders in the environment. And to me, that's a great position to be in, to have that leadership opportunity, and we ought to embrace it.